Hello and welcome to Stargazing, the show that brings you up close and personal with your favorite stars of reggae and dancehall music, Jamaican popular culture, and people who've impacted society in a very big way. I'm Shaun Cain. In this edition of the show, we'll speak with a dancehall and reggae producer, someone whose name appears on almost every song that you've sung and danced along to in recent times. Let's take a look. Dancehall music is deeply ingrained in the Jamaican culture. As everything around us changes, so too do the custodians of the music. The younger generations have adapted the music by adding their own flavors to make it more closely match their needs and expectations. One of the new age producers stamping his authority on dancehall music is the Quan Boss, who is the founder and chief executive officer of Quantanium Records. Born Akeem Bingham in Spanish Town in the mid-1990s, this producer has worked with some of the most influential names in the business. He has helped fellow St. Catherine artist Jameel to score some of his biggest hits to date. When you next play a Jameel song, whether on YouTube or any other online platform, take some time to look at the production credits. Quantanium Records will usually be featured somewhere among the fine print. When the Quant Boss met Jameel, who was living just a few houses down the block in 2015, greatness was written all over the musical bond that they formed. A simple beat was the harbinger to the hit-making chemistry that has emerged. Quantanium Records' association with Jameel produced the monster hit Gain the World, which was the breakout song that catapulted the Rastafarian artist right across the world. This was followed up with Great Man, which the artist has since taken on as his moniker. Among other celebrated tracks are Years to Come, Lights Off, Smile a While, Shining, Preserve My Life, Much Less, Different, Life Lessons, Instant Disaster, Kiss My Love, Goodbye, and the days old Unbroken, which was co-produced with Sweetness Music. The Quant Boss and his Quantanium Records hits machine continue to influence the course of dancehall music. The Spanish Town-based producer is responsible for Governor's Smash, Baked Bean, along with Convo 2, Dozen Plus 10, Prepare, Believe Me, and the recent Gallus Glass. Quantanium Records is the powerhouse behind Wicked People by Chronic Law, Idonia's Oh Yeah, Dem Gal Ya Wicked by Invasion, Lali's Quack Quack, and the recently released Focus by Nerves. The Quant Boss has also worked with Egyptian, Luton Fire, J Prince, Nikwa, Version, Vitch, and Siva Hotbox. Although the Quant Boss generally works long hours, he always makes time for his family. He told the Stargazing with Shaun Cain Show that his family is his main source of strength and inspiration. He adds that this quality is especially important for someone who works in the creative industry, where coming up with new ideas that positively impact people's lives is a daily requirement. Welcome back. Bing, what go on, Sam?
I'm there, Stargazing. Everything good?
Yes, it's good, man, and it's nice having you on board. And I tell you what, the hits just keep on rolling and rolling and rolling out. What's going on at Quantanium these days, man?
Well, first we just have to keep safe, because I know the corona thing is still active.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But otherwise, we're in the studio putting in the work. We dropped a Jahmiel yesterday.
Yes.
Right. Unbroken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's all, still early days, but what's the response like?
Well, the response is great. The people love it. Yeah, we're getting a great feedback from the people.
Right. So it's another hop to the top, Quantanium, sir.
Yeah, man.
All right, I like it. Well, you know what, Bing? You are a hit maker, and as you know, the new song that you've got with Jameel now, we know that's going to go straight to the top. But you've been making hit songs for a very long time. At what age did you start doing all of this?
Well, I started at age 13, start making beats. Yeah, man. From high school, start making beats, practicing how to record people, all of that.
But that's very early to start, man. I mean, where did you get that kind of confidence at that age? Because at that age, I probably would be thinking, well, I don't know, I don't want to touch that. I wouldn't want to let anyone hear any of that. But you were quite confident to do something, put it out there, invite people to listen.
All right. First, it all started from virtual DJ. I was always fond of virtual DJ. That is the thing where them use and the DJs use and scratch and
Yes, yes.
we're fascinated by that. So um, I was at home one day now, and my neighbor at the time was I heard like sounds like yeah, hear musical elements like I said no man, something different are going on next door. So I went by there and I see him do something and I say what that, and I say yo, you might try knock up a rhythm. I say I saw them do it. I say yo, what that program name? I say Fruity Loops, and him give me the program on a flash drive, and the same evening them call him and say, yo, hear this. And the man say, yo, this bad, Yeah, and from that me just continue
Mm.
throughout the whole high school till me finish high school till yeah,
You move on, yes. But did you
move
publish
on.
that beat? Or it was just,
No,
yes.
no. I never published that beat.
Right. What did you not feel that it was ready for the market yet, or it was just kind of an experiment for you? I mean, what happened?
No, because for me, I was still trying to analyze things, figure out things like how like deep down inside, me never think it ready yet. It sound good, but comparing to other radio products when me are here, it wasn't ready as yet.
Mm. And you didn't
Yeah.
revisit that. You didn't go back to
Yeah.
that. You just moved on. Bigger, better
That
things
beat?
to come about, and you just kind of worked with those.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Me leave a beat there in the past.
Okay, I like that. Well, I like the fact that it gave
Yeah,
you some
man.
confidence, though, that you had the talent
Mm-hmm.
and you could make some beats. But coming back to your start again, I would imagine at the age you started, your parents were thinking of something a bit more of a traditional career pathway for you. Probably a policeman, a lawyer, or a doctor. How were you able to convince them that being a producer was the right thing for you, the right choice?
All right. Honestly, me never did have to convince my parents because, and me have to thank them for that every day. Like my parents are the type of parents where so supportive. As long as As long as I never plan me a plan to go thief or rob nobody or kill nobody or you know what I say?
Mhm.
Yeah, honestly, they were very supportive. Still supportive. You know what I say? So when me tell my parents say oh music, my mother went and buy me my first speaker, then me still use up to today. Yeah, the speaker them I'm having in my studio now. And my mother buy me them. Yeah. And my first keyboard, my father buy me it. You know? Yeah.
Mm.
So my parents it actually helped me to get started.
Mm. So
Get
did
my
you?
label register up and all them thing there.
They helped you with all of that.
Yeah, as a youngster, remember me young, and me don't know, me only know to make music like, you know what I say?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, you weren't focusing on the business side of it, the publishing side, making sure you get your
no,
royalties and all of that. You were just excited
no,
about making beats and putting
yeah,
music out there. Right.
yeah.
So did they ever come? Did you ever go back to them and say, "Well, mom and dad, why did you support this? Why, how were you so? How did you believe in this so much that you started putting money in? Did you ever?"
All right. I never didn't even have to ask that because my father is self-employed. Like that is a thing when I teach me from a young. I said, try and work for yourself. Like try and have a business. So that was just the right thing for him to do. Yeah, man.
That's good. I like the sound of that, you know. But then let's look now when you started doing things professionally, because you started with your little beats, you making beats, and you thought the first one wasn't all that great, but it showed you that you had some talent and you could put something together that sounded good. Now you started on a professional
Mm-hmm.
level. You started making beats that artists could voice on. Can you remember the very first beat you made that was published? Who was the first artiste that recorded on that?
Yeah, that was Gain the World.
That was a
Yeah,
big
by
song.
Jahmiel.
Yes, so the first time you decided that you were going to be professional, you went all the way to the top.
Yeah.
Wow. So what was that feeling like for a youngster just finding their feet and trying to work out if this is what they really want to do and if it's going to be a success for them? I mean, how do you feel about that massive success from Jahmiel?
Well, first, it made me know say yo, this thing can really happen. Like, you know what I say? Like this thing can like me can really make it from music. Like, you know what I say? Dreams are coming to reality. You know what I say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because even though alright, Gain the World was out when I was 19. But even though I was 19, like I was doing music like 6 years before.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, I go studio, link up with other people, you know, I try master the craft and you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're really serious about this because you went very far to observe lots of people at work to see how they did their thing and see what you could take from that to build your own approach.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. So how did you move on from that now? What was your next hit song?
The next hit song was what was it? Great Man, yeah, Great Man. Yeah. And Instant Disaster, Years to Come, Dozen Plus 10 by Governor. Being by a Governor. Yeah.
Wow, and you just kept moving and moving and moving like that.
Yeah, man.
And I know you did some work with Chronic Law as well.
Yeah, we do some work with Chronic Law as well. Yeah, man. Songs did well as well. Yeah, man.
Yeah, because I've been following, your growth, and I know that you've done some work with, I think, Version as well, and J Prince and Niqua.
Yeah. All right, Niqua. Cause I know I work with a lot of upcoming acts. Yeah, I know Nika. I like one of my artists them, you know, I work with Vitch, Nerves, Sivat, Box, you know, Jalia, yeah man, Navas, Skeng, you know, a couple of them. Mala, a lot of them man. Bad G. Yeah man, Spanish Town I gotta take a rise 2021.
I see that you're on a mission, man, and I know it's going to happen because I've seen your work before. But then I'm thinking now, in terms of making beats, is there a special formula that you use that when you create your beats, you know that this one is going to hit?
All right, there's always a formula, you know. Where you are going now? I know me can't know KC formula. So yeah, man.
Basically,
tell you my formula.
So basically, next question. Right,
yeah.
I like.
Yeah, man.
But Bing, you know what? Let's look at this now in terms of your work. When you sit back in your own time and your own private space, there's nobody around, and you listen back to these records, what do you think? What thoughts go through your mind?
To be honest, I hardly even listen the old records, like hardly, very hard, like me have to, the vibes, like, because sometimes remember, you're in the studio, you're making this beat, you're hearing it repeatedly, right? And then now the artist come by, you're playing that beat over and over again, then the song Vice, you're playing that song over and over and over because I just Vice and love it, you play it, and you play it because you release it, right? But up until when that song release now, on to the next.
So really, there's not really much time to go back because it's always just onward.
No, the song mix up. Remember the song remember the song mix and out, you know. So like we are gonna do after that, other than promote and try get it to number one.
Mm-hmm. Right. But based on the nature
Yeah.
of the business, it's always movement. You'll just keep moving, just keep moving. Next project, that sort of thing.
For me, because I listen them so much already,
Hmm.
like my ears want to hear something new.
Right, right. And then you know within yourself that you've done your best with
Yeah.
that song.
And then now others who surround there gotta play it.
Hmm. Right.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, man. You know, it's great stuff. I like that. You're doing some
Like
big.
like like when I drive in my car, like I hardly listen my music. Like only if me I check for reference and certain stuff. Like once me I drive and certain thing more hear different music.
Mhm. Right.
Yeah man.
But another bit I want to talk to you about now, which might be a little bit controversial, is in recent times there's been talk about reggae, dancehall in particular, not getting any attention where the Grammys are concerned. They're not dancehall artists are not getting nominated, and they're not happy about that. Quite a few had a bit of rant about it. I remember Popcorn said something, Vibes Cartel said something, and I would imagine others that we probably haven't heard of. But what do you think is causing dancehall not to be getting that kind of attention when it comes to nominations at the Grammys? Have you got a view on that?
Well, to be honest, it's not like dancehall acts have never gotten Grammy. Cause we have to remember people might classify Buju as a reggae act, but Buju is really a dancehall and Buju get Grammy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I say?
Look, Shaggy's been
So
there.
to me,
Shaun Paul, Shabba.
exactly, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's just I think the content.
Either it's bad mind, it's
Mm,
drugs, particularly the weed, nothing stronger than that, girls, or violence. And I feel if reggae, if dancehall is going to have a bigger appeal on the world stage, it needs to deal with things that are part of the wider human experience, not just the Jamaican experience or a color experience, but the human experience. Because if we look at the
yeah.
Grammy, the songs that have been nominated, the albums for the best reggae album category in the best reggae album category, we've got the Wailers. It says one
And
world, one prayer. So you see, that's unity. You're talking about Maxi Priest. It all comes back to love. That's love again. And in a Toots Hibbert's album, there's love in there as well.
we have Jamaican musician just have to fix the content
Mm.
and the quality of the thing, you know what I say?
As a producer now, how much influence? Because you work with lots of different artists. How you think you can influence what them say?
Well, you can influence. Well, you can make the artist know. Say, yo, 'cause as me I say, when me work with my artists, them like me can give a input, just like how them can give a input when me I build the beat. So me might hear a line and me I say, yo, you know, say that kind of sound too harsh or you know, any little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But when the artists are making their music, then what do you feel the main focus is? The local market and the hype, or you think they want to take it as far as they can go with this, get Grammys and World Music Awards and all these different things? What do you think the focus is?
Well, me don't know exactly what them I think, but I think them aim of put the song to number one.
But
But
where?
when we think of the problem to like, but when we think of the problem to a lot of us don't really look into the music where actually get Grammy and go number one, like actually pay attention to, you know what I say, the details. You know what I say? And the next thing too, language barrier.
Mm.
Because I mean, when Bob Marley said 3 little birds at my doorstep singing sweet song, he never said 3 little birds there at my doorsteps. You know what I say?
Mm. So they have to English it up a bit more then.
Fluent English.
Mm.
Ah. So when Chronic say, when I look at where I'm coming from, I know I'm blessed. You know what I mean? I say anybody can understand that.
Well, you see, as long as you can identify it like that.
Try figure out, yeah, like try identify where them Grammy winners they do different from where you and do
Yes.
and get on the wave there.
Right. I think that's where it should be. And I mean, I know artists might be hurt and disappointed that they haven't got their nomination. Like Poppy, he went off on one. And also Cartel, I think, mentioned a little thing, which show their kind of disappointment or disgust or whatever you want to call it, annoyance with the fact that they weren't nominated. But then I think this is the way forward. Look at where is the disconnect? You see what I'm saying? Where is the mismatch of expectation? What are the Grammy people, the voting panel, what are they expecting and they're not getting? What is it that our artists are not doing that the Grammy people are expecting? And then when they can identify that, I think if they tidy that up, then they'll be all onto it. Yeah. But it might sound simple.
When me get my one, me can get a better. When me get my one, me can get a better, reason on it.
Well, you know what? Well, you know what? You'd have to work on that bit then, because your music is up top, as we know that. The artists that you work with, big artists, they always produce the hits for you. But for it to shoot way up to the Grammy level, then you know that the language has to be tidied up. And then the kind of lyrical content that's going out there. It can't just be them four things. Reggae has many consumers. It's not just the people who dance like me who just, I love that tune and sing along. You have the Grammy people who are they're an audience. And they are looking for something as well. You've got advertisers. They're looking for something as well. The international record companies are looking for something as well. So we have to look at the different audiences that we're catering to and see what they want and produce the music in a way that it meets all of the needs of those people and the expectations. Right, sir? Agree? Sounds reasonable?
Yeah,
all right, B. You're the genius and the thing, man. But you know what? There are lots of young artists out there who are looking for the break. I would imagine quite a few of them have contacted you to say, I can DJ, I can sing, I can that. I mean, how do you deal with that kind of thing? When you've got brand new, untested artists who've not had any hit songs, they probably haven't recorded a thing in their lives, approach you and say, I can do this, I can do that. What do you say to them?
Honestly, I would tell them get a producer who can make beats and you and them can grow together, like him learn your sound, you learn him sound, and you guys grow. Because it's a chemistry very important in music. Like you can voice a hit with a person, that's it. You get what I say? Because just a matter of luck that. You know what I say? But when you and a person sit in and you have this chemistry, like how me and Jahmiel, me and Governor, like we have more than one hits. Several hits. I think that's the thing. So even as a upcoming producer as well, like you have to try and find a young artist where you can grow with, say, alright, can voice when you beat them, and you and them grow.
So what chance do these young artists have then? If this is kind of how it is seen generally, that you just have to go and find a producer who you can grow with.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, just like with me, like initially when I started making beats, like for the first couple of years, I just make beats, me never have no artist. And then me meet Vich and him start record on my beats him. And by that now me start get better knowing say alright, this now make you can't put too much sounds in a rhythm because it'll go crowd the rhythm, the artist can go find the right measure. You know what I say? All them things there. So that just prepare you now for when the time is right. You are ready. So for example now, because alright, as I say, me voice a lot of young artists, right? But it's not a case where them never voice a song before or them new to music. They have been in music
Mm-hmm.
You as a upcoming artist want get started in music. You have 10 upcoming producers to want get started in music and look at artists too.
So how do these people find each other, Bing? How do producers find artists, like upcoming producers and upcoming artists? Where do they find, where's that meeting place?
You have a
How does...
network, man.
Mm,
Network.
mm,
Network. You
mm,
know what I say?
mm.
You have to link with people, you have to know people, like you have to basically you have to search.
But how do you do that? I'm just trying to understand, where do they go to do that search? Because if they want to say, get in touch with Jahmiel now, I mean, is it that easy? That Jahmiel is just going to be available and you can have a chat, you can send your music to him? I mean, does it work like that? I'm trying to understand how the industry works. So,
I mean, as a upcoming producer, sending your beats to Jameel, right? Is possible, right? But I'm saying, like, all right, you get a hit with Jameel, and what after that? Like, you know what I say?
yeah, I know. You need that
You're gonna need
continuity. Yes.
you're gonna need more hits, and at the end of the day, Jameel, what do I call it now?
He
Jameel
don't...
has a network with people already
already.
who in him circling, in other words. So him I go hear already, man, love it and say, yo, already my bad, I go voice it. But how often that I got happen?
Yes, yes, yes.
But when you have your artist now, like how nerves outside now, I can just be like, I'm call nerves, I'm say, yo, forward. You see me? Or I call the great man, I'm say, bro, hear this. I'm say, bring me a pull up. And my artist them.
Right.
Nico, same thing.
So those are the artists that you grew with, basically.
Yeah.
Right, I get what you mean. So tell me now, all these different artists that you've worked with, Governor and Jameel, and I mean, how did you reach out to these artists, or did they reach out to you? How did that meeting happen?
All right. With Jameel, I like Destiny. Because, yeah, that's I like Destiny, like, because we living in the same community at the time, right? And we just live like 3 hours away. You believe that? Just around, like, it's just a little curve a separate, like a little,
Just round the corner.
elbow, like.
Round the corner.
Yeah. But it's just like, even though around the corner, I like 3 hours.
Yes. So it's still close.
So, yeah, close. So, one day, come here always hear say, yo, say, the artist named Jameel live around the road. And I say, mad. You see me? Want to do some work with him, rare. So, one day now, on my way home from Edna Manley, I see him on him wall. I'm stop, introduce myself, and make him hear some rhythm. And I say, yo, bad man, but them can go and fix up. Right? So, go and do the thing from this and put in the work same way. And that was when now Navi, see Jameel, and I say, yo, them youth around the road, them bad, Quantanium, them bad man. And if you listen to him thing them. And him and Navi, did fall around at the studio and do a song named New Money. Yeah, man. And when Jameel go in at the studio and say, yo, and hear how it's sound, he said, no man, them bad for true. You see me? Yeah, man.
So when I mean, we're going to talk about Jameel a little bit more, because I kind of realized by looking at researching your work when I was putting together all this interview that you've done a lot of work with him. So
Yeah,
the
man.
chemistry must be very good. So I think that's something we could delve into. But to start that process, when he said to you that the rhythms, they can happen more or something like that, we can go on working on them, did he mean that you could fix them up a little bit more, tweak them a bit more, or it means that he could come and start voicing on them?
Meaning, in other words, they weren't ready, industry ready.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So how did you feel when he said that to you? Did you think that that was kind of a little bit of rejection or a negative criticism or something? How did you feel hearing that?
No, me feel good because yeah, because here we go on. Because that same night, me spend the whole night in the studio build rhythm. So that motivate me.
Yes.
Because me determined so me want voice him. Yeah.
Yes.
And and I think it was a year after.
That was when you did your first song with him.
Yeah.
Mm. And is that was the game?
Second song. Because the first song was the song with him and Navi,
Yeah. What was that called?
New Money.
New Money, right? How did that do
Mm.
on the market?
It all right. It was a freestyle, but it did well. It did well in Spanish Town and you know
Mm-hmm.
Saint Catherine.
Mm-hmm. Right. And then you moved on. So what was it like now in terms of the chemistry? How was that coming together at that point? So he did the New Money and then he started linking up with you on a more regular basis. What did you feel?
All
What
right.
did you see?
After the I think New Money Vice Monday night, and then now one Wednesday me I wake up my yard. One Wednesday morning me I wake up my yard and him forward and say, yo, me want voice one song for you, official. And me I say, yeah man, link me around 12 o'clock. You see me? And him link me and going to the studio. You see me? I would tell you a reason about ideas. You know what I say? Yeah, and then we just open the program, I would just start build rhythm. Yeah, me build the beat from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
And then him just go in the studio and build the song from scratch.
In the
Yeah,
studio.
yeah.
It wasn't a song that he had written like a week or 2 or 3 weeks or a month before.
No, every song, um, all right, 98% of the songs when we do for Jahmiel, them do in the studio.
On the
Yeah,
spot. On the spot.
yeah, yeah,
You're good together.
yeah.
That's brilliant, man. Wow.
Like, you see me?
Yes.
Because
I'm
like
getting
sometime me like build some beat, right? And send him them and him just come at the studio and just build them, the voice at the studio, like, you see me? I have a next time when we just do everything from scratch in the studio, the rhythm a build, and then the song just voice same time.
So tell me something. I'm just looking at a typical session, recording session. When you're building the beat, what is he doing? Because he's not contributing to the beat. What is he doing?
All right. He's humming. I try to find ideas, right? And him contribute to the beat in terms of saying, yo, Bing, say, try and play it. So, or you know what I say? Because at the end of the day, everything I feel like synchronized,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you trust his judgment a lot, and he trusts yours as well.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, because at the end of the day, like when me I build beats and stuff, like me like in my zone, like when me alone in the studio, I'm just a build whole heap of rhythm, right? And him are the only very few people like him and just me in-house artists them Govy can link me and say, yo, add that sound or you know what I say?
Mm.
And vice versa, like when me and him are work, when me and him are working at the studio and him a voice, like we can say, bro, say change that and him change it. You know what I say? Cause we trust each other upon the level there.
And it's all because of that growth together, and so the chemistry came.
Yeah, man, cause an idea, me know way more here and him know what me want here too.
That is brilliant. That is just really
Yeah.
good. Hmm. So when you had let's talk about the hits. When you had "Gain the World," I mean, how did you feel hearing your music everywhere? That Gain the World is being played everywhere. Because I remember when Jameel, he had that breakout. It was big. It was like something massive on earth. It was earth
Yeah, man.
shaking, and it was big. So how did you feel knowing that I'm the humble producer behind all of this massive earthquake that's taking the music world?
It was a great feeling. It was a very great feeling because, as I told you, I was just 19 at the time. Like, still young. You know what I say? No know much about the business, but you know what I say? And you hear your song I play everywhere. People of prominence are big you up, all of that. You know what I say? Your songs are play abroad, in some popular clubs, arena, you know? Yeah, man.
Do you have to pinch yourself sometimes to say, well, it's not really me? I mean, did I do this?
All right, yeah, man, because sometimes you can't just get starstruck, like sometimes you have to really look and say, yo, John, like this really happened.
Yes.
And then because reason why you have to do it is because you have to remember say others are try. And you
Yes.
know what I say?
Yes.
As a whole heap of people are try the music,
Yeah,
and I
man.
try to do a lot of things. A whole heap of people are try to be police, soldiers, and them not get to make it. So sometimes we have to really sit back and look in and say, yo, God give thanks, cause it actually happened, it a work. You see me?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
I like that, man, when you kind of take yourself back away from all the hype and the
Have to do
everything.
that, man.
And you kind of look back and look at the journey, review the journey, and say, well, it's really me,
Yeah,
this
man.
humble guy who started from wherever, and look what we've done. So your
Yeah,
parents now,
man.
because they were there at the start and they supported you, have you had a conversation with them, anything to say, well, look what you've done, or anything like that?
Alright, I want you to my parents, Them no ram for brag about me. Them no ram. Like, yeah, man. Them no ram for brag.
Yeah.
Like, anywhere them go.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Them no afraid for brag about them son.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, man.
That's brilliant, man. I quite like that. But then,
Yeah, man.
Jameel, you've established this long-standing friendship with him. I mean, from you said you did the first record until now, it's still going strong. I mean, how did you manage
Mm-hmm.
that? Is it just all that chemistry and the understanding between you that is still going strong?
Yeah, because, alright. With me and him, the chemistry, because, alright, we pass music, because I like a brother, and I like a brother thing. You see me? And then now the chemistry they done solid already from morning.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I say?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just them two things there
Mm-hmm.
make it work.
So you're good friends. You hang out sometimes. You have a chat sometimes. Have a drink sometimes, and
Yeah, then a regular me and the G par, a regular me and the G par, man.
yes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Big up Jameel. Big up, sir. The
You see
music
me?
is good. I can say, and I'll just take my little chance here and say the music is good. We all
Yeah,
enjoy
man.
it and just keep doing great stuff. But let's look at somebody like Governor now. I mean, you said Jameel and Govey. Those are the two people that the chemistry is really intense. It's good.
Yeah, man.
So what is it like working with Governor? I know he does really good music. He's very talented. I like his work. Tell me a little bit.
Governor, I don't know I'm brother that too. You see me? The process is the same, honestly. Because me the type of producer where hands on, as me tell you, like me can just go and build the rhythm. So because of that now, artists like that. So Govey link me and say, Bing, where are you with? Pull up. You see me? I'm just bring my laptop and I think them and go link him and just build a couple beats for you there. Right? Yeah, so me I build 6 beats for you there. Right?
One day.
Yeah, but that's not enough rhythm. That's a little bit of rhythm, man.
Right.
Yeah, that's a little bit of rhythm, man. Yeah. So build all the rhythm and him just vibe same time too. like nothing no plan. While the rhythm I build him at home, I go and say where the rhythm I take him in terms of idea,
Mm-hmm.
and him just going to the studio and voice.
Mm. So does that give you a vibe as well when you hear him humming? Does
Yeah, because you're going to sometimes when the artists are vibe to at the same time, you actually get ideas because sometimes them are a thing
and it triggers
and
something in
then
your mind?
yeah, and them might hum a sound and them now bother use that sound and you take all that sound and actually turn it into a phrase.
Wow.
You see me?
Yes, I'm getting it, man. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
That energy that different from when you send an artist a beat and then voice it and send back your file and that boring.
Mm.
Yeah, man, that boring, man. When
That-
you and the artist there in the studio and I make everything from scratch. That's how the beauty there.
yes. Right. Well, what can I say? It sounds really exciting,
Yeah.
and I can see that you like what you do because if you make so many beats in one day, you spend the whole night mixing and all this different thing. You must be very dedicated to this.
Yeah, man.
Mm.
Yeah, man.
You're a dad now.
Quan Junior, man. Quan
Quant
Boss, you know? Yeah, man.
Really? So is he showing an
Quan
interest in
Boss, you
music?
know?
Yeah. How old is he, by the way?
He's 4, you know?
4 now. That's good.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
man, I'm 4.
Congratulations. So is he
Yeah,
showing
man.
any interest in the
Respect.
music?
Yeah, man. Right now, me have a lot to do, man. Yeah, man. Active.
Really? So when he comes into
Real.
the studio, what does he do?
Press up the piano and just you know? Yeah, man. Press it up and ask me for add drums around it. Yeah, man.
So have you done anything for him yet? Have you kind of just let him
Soon.
freestyle with his beat and you just, let me put some drums on it? That's your stuff.
Yeah, man. Soon, man. Me soon fix up something proper for you, you know? Yeah,
Oh, it's
man.
funny, man. I really like the sound of this. Well, that's good though. So are you looking to teach him the job? Or it depends on where he wants to
Yeah,
go?
because at the end of the day, you know, all of this, at the end of the day, you know, because how me view it, once once you start having children, you know, do it for yourself again.
Yes, yes. You have
So
responsibility.
all
Mm.
so
Lead.
so
Mhm.
all of this what me I do right now. For him,
Mm.
family. You
Mhm.
know what I say?
Mhm.
Yeah, man. Just like our parents, like when we born, like we are them priority, like
Yeah.
everything with them I do for we.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
You know what I say?
Yeah, I see they taught you
Yeah,
well, so
man.
you learned a few good things there. But in terms of you, as you said, the young Quant Boss, have you had? Do you get much time to like help with like reading and writing his little letters and all of that, forming
Yeah,
letters?
yeah, man. All right. That is why. That is why me as a man where me try to kind of have, me try to kind of work close to home in terms of where I can reckon I love see my son as in me like um pick him up, drop him off, all of that. You know what I say? Yeah, man.
So your busy schedule, you still have time to go and drop him off at school, pick him up back, and
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
so what does it?
An idea.
Yes.
An idea. You can't too busy for family. You
Yes.
know?
Yes.
Yeah, man. And when if you watch a movie named The Casino, but
No.
but the brother named Nicky is a mobster, right? But no matter where in the world him there, him reach home every morning to make him son breakfast.
Wow.
So yeah, man. So we sure say family is an important thing, man.
I have to put that on my list then. I've got to make sure. But I like the way you look at family, and I mean, who would have thought? You're
Yeah,
a
man.
dancehall producer making hit songs, and your name is being called here, there, everywhere. Who would have thought that you've got that kind of soft side to you, where you focus on family and the kids and all of that?
Yeah, man. You have a focus, man.
Because your territory, the space you operate in, is a hardcore space.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody expects that kind of calming it down to the extent that you're rolling around on the floor and you're playing and you're helping your son to form his letters and call out his sound
Yeah,
out
man.
his letters to read and that.
I remember, all right, my son speak fluently, like, yeah, man, you might hear me I talk Patois, but when me I talk to my son
You have to tidy it up.
fluently, yeah, man.
You have to tidy it up.
Yeah, man, because everywhere I go, people ask him if he's born overseas, how him speak so nice.
Right. Very good, man. You've done a great job. I like that.
Yeah, man. I have a big up in mommy too.
Yes.
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah,
your chance, you big up mommy. Let her know that boy that she's doing a good job. You appreciate it.
Yeah,
That's good, man. I quite like that in terms of the family bit. Right, Big, tell you what, it was really good talking to you, sir. And we shared quite a few bits. I learned so much about in terms of producing music and the chemistry that must exist between the producer and the artist to make it work. And you've mastered that because you just keep putting the hits out there. So I know it works for you. But before I let you go, I always like to ask questions from this book. It's called Reggae Larger Than Life, the ultimate reggae music fun and games book. It's written by myself. It's currently available on Amazon. If you're more of an app person, the Android version of the app is available from the Google Play Store. Just type in Reggae Larger Than Life fun app and you'll be all there having lots of fun. Also, this book is available locally in Jamaica at Ashby's Pharmacy, 160 Old Hope Road in Kingston. Pop over to Ashby's and you can get your very own copy of Reggae Larger Than Life. Now, Bing, I've selected a couple of questions for you, sir. So you ready, sir?
Yeah, man.
All right, then. Right, let's go now. Now, your question, the first one says, he previously worked as a sound system music selector, or DJ, before deciding to become a recording artist. Having realized that his decision had turned out to be a successful one, he burst into the dance hall, gleefully dancing and shouting, "Me get through, me get through, me get through, me get through." Who was he? The options are Jay Prince, Vitch, Charlie Black, and Devin the Doctor.
Charlie Black.
All right, so the man is good. The man is on his things, sir. All right, the last one before we push on now. And this one says, it's to You and I, a John Legend cover, and Fever all belong to the repertoire of which Sing J, who vows that this year he has to be the winner. The options are Conscience, Tarrus Riley, Ja Vinci, and Cranium.
Conscience.
Conscience. All right, sir. All right, no problems, Bing. It was good talking to you, man. It's the hit maker.
Yeah, man.
All right, so we're looking forward to more big hits. As we say, you've got the new one, new song out now with Jameel. So we're looking. Can you remind us the name of that one again?
Unbroken.
Unbroken. All right, so we put our mark on that one. So Unbroken by Jameel from the Quantanium Records stables. So we're looking forward to big things from that, sir.
And the song is co-produced by me and Sweet Music.
Right, Sweet Music. All right, so well, that means it's pure sweetness, sir. The Quantanium power plus the sweetness is just nice. All right, Big, it's all good, man. Well, thank you so much to Bing. That's the Quant Boss, the head of Quantanium Records, the founder and CEO, for being our special guest today, talking about reggae music, dancehall music, production, and all these different things. And we've learned so much from him. So thanks so much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment so we know how we're doing. Also, don't forget to hit that bell so that when new versions of the show become available, you'll be the very first to know. Until next time, I'm Shaun Cain saying thanks for watching. See you soon.
Still unbroken, though I've been through many things. Floating over me enemies' eyes. Open and me see everything. Chosen so them up anyway. Jah protect me like a premises, yeah. Full of enemies' eyes. Open and me see everything. Chosen so them up anyway. Believe me, you have a skill, cause under every chill I chill. No for friend enemy, them woulda want you get killed. Before the host upon the hill, and I believe like Uncle Phil. Them no want you have no legacy like one Kobe Bill. Try to stop with try to struck with jockey with the glory still. Want my blessings for run out, me know my cup the true fulfill. Try to kill me, and it never works, so them I hope me ill. Calm and solid as a rock, go tell them feet move Stony Hill. I've been through many things.